What is nothing? Not just the absence of things, not just an empty room or a blank page or the pause between thoughts. Nothing. The void. The silence before sound. The space before existence. It's a question so simple it unravels the moment you ask it. Because to define nothing is to give it something, and then it's no longer nothing at all. Try to picture nothing. Not black, not a vacuum, not even darkness, not space, not stillness, not time, just nothing. But the human mind resists this. It panics, because it's built to fill, not to empty. We create stories, we label, we build, we hold on, and nothing, real, absolute nothing, threatens all of that. In physics, nothing isn't truly empty. Even the vacuum of space is alive with potential, with quantum fluctuations, particles flickering in and out of being. What we call empty is actually full of energy, waiting to become something. So maybe, scientifically, there is no such thing as true nothing, because even in the void, the universe is listening, waiting, becoming. But beyond science, what about philosophy? The ancient Greeks feared nothingness. They believed nature abhorred a vacuum. The Buddhists embraced it. They saw emptiness not as a flaw, but as a fundamental truth, that all things, thoughts, identities, forms, are impermanent, that the self we cling to is an illusion, that peace lies in letting go. In Zen, they say, only when you become nothing can you become everything. So maybe nothing is not the opposite of life. Maybe it's the backdrop that makes life visible, the canvas that holds the painting, the silence that makes music possible, the pause that gives meaning to words. You can't hold music without rest. You can't hear a voice without quiet. And you can't know yourself without knowing the space around that self, the stillness behind it. We spend our lives avoiding nothing. We fill our days, our screens, our thoughts. We fear the blank space, the empty moment, the quiet stretch where nothing seems to happen. But what if that space is sacred? What if nothing is not absence, but invitation? An invitation to listen, to breathe, to stop pretending we're in control, to fall into the silence that reminds us we were never just what we do. Because here's the paradox. To fear nothing is to fear stillness. To fear stillness is to fear presence. And to fear presence is to fear the very thing we long for. Peace, depth, clarity, truth. What is nothing? Maybe it's not the end of something. Maybe it's the beginning of what comes next. The womb of the universe. The pause before creation. The breath before the first word. The moment before you knew who you were supposed to be. Before the roles. Before the masks. Before the noise. Nothing might be the most honest thing there is. You can't hold it. You can't name it. But you can feel it. In the middle of the night when the world has gone still. When there's no task, no distraction, no identity to protect. Just you. And the question. So don't fear the emptiness. Don't rush to fill it. Let it open. Let it stretch. Let it remind you of something you forgot. That you were not born to be full all the time. You were born to flow, to empty, to return. You are not what you accumulate. You are not what you produce. You are what remains when everything else falls away. What is nothing? A question. A space. A silence so deep it dares you to become what words cannot hold. And in that silence, you might just hear the faintest echo of everything.